My name's Ursula. I am a respiratory therapist that's going to help show you some progressive relaxation techniques that you can use at home to help you with your muscles to relax them and calm them down. It's really important, especially with our COPD, that we relax some of those muscles and learn how the muscles tense to help alleviate some of that anxiety that comes around with the shortness of breath and inability to cough or move. If we can relax our body and know how our body moves, we'll be able to better control that. Okay, so the first step that I like to do, what we'll do is I'll kind of give you a brief overview of what we're going to do, and then I'll guide you through step by step each step of the way, and I'll have you do it with me. Okay. So the first thing, anytime you start a session, you want to make sure that you are in a nice, comfortable position. You have nice, comfortable clothes on. Okay. First thing I will always tell you is don't do anything that's going to hurt yourself. So if you have a sore shoulder or a bum knee, you want to make sure that as we do these types of, what we're going to do is tense the muscle and hold that tension for a little bit, relax it as we exhale. So we're going to use our breathing techniques with our muscles, and then we don't want to hurt the ones that are already hurt. So if you feel like it's hurting, stop right away. Okay, maybe move on to a different muscle group and then go forward from there. So I always like to start my sessions with just 5 to 10 calm, deep breaths. You can do some nice diaphragmatic breathing, that deep breathing that we taught you before, to help open up your lungs and open up and relax the muscles. And I like to do it with the eyes closed, so that you kind of get yourself into a moment of peace and kind of tune everything out that's around you, okay? Once we have about 5 to 10 breaths in, we'll start with the relaxation technique. Some people like to start top down, which is from the forehead all the way down to your toes. Other people like to go from toes all the way up to the forehead. And we're going to work kind of each section of the body a little bit. So we'll go forehead, shoulders, we'll go upper arms, and we'll do one arm at a time. We'll go hands, one hand at a time. We'll do our bums. We're going to do our legs, so we're going to tighten one at a time, the thigh muscles to really kind of pull that in. Then we'll do our calf muscles by pulling the toes towards the calf to kind of tighten that calf muscle up. And then we'll finish off by curling our toes to kind of get that foot engaged. And at the end of that, we're going to do another 5 to 10 nice, clear, relaxing kind of breaths with our eyes closed to finish off the session. Okay? I would like you to do this at least for the first couple weeks, at least 2 times a day. You don't want to do it when you're anxious necessarily to start with, nice, calm, peaceful moment. But if there is a point where, in the day you do get a little bit anxious and you want to try that method to help relax you out of that anxiety, or that shortness of breath is getting a little bit out of the way, and you can kind of focus on your breathing and, using the muscles to relax, it might help you out as well. Okay? And once we get going on this and you start doing it more and more, of course, practice makes perfect, right? The more you use it, the easier it is to use. And the idea behind this technique is that once you get used to doing the technique, you'll be able to notice when the muscles are tense, and you'll be able to use the relaxation method on that specific muscle group, whether it's your chest muscles or your shoulder muscles, to relax yourself in a little bit quicker format so that you don't get as anxious about what's happening. Okay? So let's start right now. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start by closing our eyes. We're going to take some nice 5 to 10 really good deep breaths at your own pace. And then you're ready, you can open your eyes. And what we're going to do and how we do this is we're going to use our breathing to help tense the muscle. So inhale, you're going to tense the muscle and hold. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. And then at the end of the 5 seconds, we're going to exhale. We're going to relax just that muscle group. And the idea is to concentrate just on that muscle. So if you're finding that, you're doing your forehead and you're scrunching your face, maybe relax your face and just kind of bring your eyebrows down or up to just focus on that forehead part, okay? When we do the shoulder, same thing. If you feel like you bring your shoulders up to your ears and your shoulders are coming back, those shoulder blades are trying to come together, you're engaging too many muscles. It's just one muscle group at a time, okay? So we'll start with the forehead. So we'll take a breath in. Okay, so you took your breath in, but you didn't hold for 5 seconds, okay? So what I want you to do is, we'll do it again. So you're gonna hold that breath in, you're gonna bring your eyebrows up, like you're trying to reach your eyebrows to the top of your head, and you're gonna hold that for 5 seconds, and then as you slowly exhale, slowly start to release the eyebrows down into a more neutral position, okay? So let's try again. So inhale, eyebrows up. Good. Let's do our shoulders next. So on the inhale, you bring your shoulders up, trying not to engage those back muscles, chest muscles, just the shoulders. Reach your shoulders towards your ears, okay? Again, when we inhale, we're gonna bring it up and hold for 5 seconds, and as we exhale, we'll slowly release it out. And you wanna kind of in between, rest each group in between for about 10 seconds, okay? So shoulders up, inhale. How did that feel? Did you find that you were engaging other muscles, or did you feel like your shoulder blades were trying to come together to raise your shoulders?
It was a little tense.
A little bit, yeah. So you notice that tension, so that's good that you can focus that. So the next time you do it, you can think about, okay, I noticed that last time, so let's just slowly bring those shoulders up so that the shoulder blades aren't coming back to try and lift, okay? We'll do the shoulder blades, don't worry, we'll get there eventually. Okay, so now that we've relaxed the shoulders, we've relaxed the forehead, let's work on our chest, okay? So we're going to do, take a really big deep breath in, and you're going to expand your chest as much as you can. So just really push it out, and we're going to hold that for 5 seconds, and as we exhale, we're going to allow that chest to come back in, okay? Making sure you're not trying to roll your shoulders into your ears, okay? So breathe in. Good. How did that feel? Did you notice if you were engaging your hips or your shoulders while you were doing it, or did you just feel like your chest was coming up?
Opening up.
Good. That's great. All right, so let's work the shoulder blades now. So when you breathe in, what you're going to do is you're going to just take your blades and like they're trying to kiss. You're going to just try to make those shoulder blades come back and hold. So you may feel a little bit of tension in your back if your back is tight, and that's okay, but let's just try to work on tensing that muscle, relaxing that muscle. Okay? So breathe in. Now, did you notice any tension in the upper or lower back while you were doing that?
In my upper back.
Yeah, a lot of that's from sitting at desks for a long time. So it's good to do even little short bursts at work to relieve some of that tension from punching over your desk. Okay. All right, so next step that we're going to do our bums. So it's about clenching those butt muscles really tight, not using your legs to bring them in, just really squeeze tight, hold, and then relax for that little bit, and then we'll move to our legs, okay?
Okay.
So breathe in and pinch those bum cheeks tight. And relax them. Good. Nice and easy. That one's a little easy, hey? All right, so we're going to move to our thigh muscles. We're going to do one leg at a time. Okay, so thigh muscle, you just want to kind of squeeze it tight without engaging your other leg muscles. So if you need to put your leg out straight to do that, please do. Some people like to do it in a sitting position. So when you breathe in, tighten. We're going to hold for the 5 and let it go. Okay, so breathe in on your right leg. Breathe in. And let go. Good. How did that feel?
I was trying not to tense anywhere else.
Yeah, it's hard to not engage those other muscles groups. But the more you do it, the more you'll be able to localize those muscles, and the easier it becomes. So it's really good, the repetition, to get that done, all right? So let's do our left leg thigh muscle.
Okay.
And breathe in. Good. All right, calf muscles. This one's a little bit tricky because you do kind of have to engage the toes a little bit by using your foot and pushing up on your foot to push up on your toes so that you feel that calf muscle get engaged, okay? So whether you're sitting like this or you like to want to sit like this and bring the toes forward, that's actually a better, you'll feel it more in your calf. So let's do your right leg first. Okay, give your ankle a little shake there to loosen it up. Good. And breathe when you breathe in. Just point your toes to engage that. Or if you need to pull on the toes, that's okay. Just make sure you're watching your ankle, okay? So, breathe in. And out. Good. Nice loosey-goosey sketch there. All right, so let's do our left leg next. Awesome. So again, just give that ankle a shake because we've been sitting on it, right? A little shake there. And then if you want to pull, you pull. If you don't, again, you just use your teeth. Use your fingers or just your toes. So when I say breathe in, we'll tense the muscle, hold for 5 seconds, and we'll let it go. So bring it in. And let it go. Good. How did that feel?
That was good.
Nice. All right, so let's do our feet. And what you're going to do is you're just going to curl your toes down. Try not to flex your ankles. You just want to curl your toes down to engage the foot. So you may have to pull back a little bit to make sure that you're not pushing down and putting tension on your ankle. Okay, so we'll do our right leg first. Breathe in and curl your toes. Breathe out. Give it a little shake there to get some air in there. All right, we're going to do our left leg. Excellent. All right, so now that we've kind of gone through everything, I know we didn't do our arms. We'll get to that in another session. But I want you to kind of think either do toes up or top down, and it doesn't matter which way you do it, but be consistent in how you do it so that you get to train those muscles to do that relaxation and get that technique going. You want to do it 2 times a day for the first week or 2, and then obviously as necessary. I know you work a desk job, so if you're sitting at the desk, it doesn't hurt to do a few of those, maybe shoulders, chest, and back, right? Or, doing the calves, the knees, and kind of breaking up those muscles once you get used to doing all of that, because it'll help get through your day and get that muscle. And it also helps the tension go, which means the anxiety tends to go, which makes things easier. Okay? Do you have any questions?
Do I have to do this, the 5 breathing before and after?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We should do maybe 5 to 10 breaths after.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, use words while they do it. Some people use music while they do it, just to nice calm energy is what you want to provide yourself with. So it's kind of like a relaxation thing. Okay. So let's do our 10 breaths here. Sit how you are the most comfortable. All right, at your own pace. You want to breathe nice and easy. A lot of people like to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, or just use your nose. If you've done yoga, you can do yoga type breathing too. That helps. So you ready? All right, here we go. In through your nose. Ready? You can open up your eyes. How do you feel? Awesome. I do have some pamphlets to give you, some sheets that you can kind of look at that on your own. I also have a list of little websites you can go to for some free videos on how to do this technique. And there's a lot of apps on phones, so you can look something up and find something that works for you.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.